Openclaw is the most powerful agentic framework in the world right now, but it doesn't come without its flaws.
Wait a minute!
Token costs, security issues, and context bloat are very real issues that many people are facing with their setups right now. I myself had to reset my Openclaw 3 times due to these exact same issues.
Oh my god, bro.
So today, I want to test an alternative, simpler approach to setting up Openclaw known as KimiClaw. Now, if you've been watching the videos a while, you know that Kimmy is something I already implement into my workflows. So when they launched KimiClaw, I knew I had to check it out. I'm going to be exploring its features and setting up some simple workflows, all to answer the question, is it a better alternative to Openclaw? Oh, and if we haven't met yet, my name's Doobie. Over the past month, I've sunk hundreds of hours into my Openclaw setup, and just yesterday, it built me an app that is now published into the App Store.
That's what I've been waiting for.
I also run a community known as Vibe Builders, where 1,500 members of vibe coders, developers, and entrepreneurs come together and build apps. So what even is KimiClaw? Well, KimiClaw, like I mentioned, is built by Kimmy, one of the biggest open source AI labs out of China. They built KimiK 2.5, which is a trillion parameter model that's extremely lightweight, and their pricing is super competitive. Like, these benchmarks show Kimmy keeping up with Opus 4.5 and Codex 5.2, but for 1/10 the price. What's really cool about what they're building with KimiClaw from the perspective of someone who comes from a non-technical background, setting up Openclaw for the first time took me like over 2 hours, and having to touch a terminal or set up a virtual server can be a bit challenging, especially if you've never done anything like that before. So the convenience of pressing a button and everything gets set up for you is a huge breakthrough for anyone who is unfamiliar with development and coding. Now, just to show you how convenient KimiClaw is, I'm going to set a timer, and on one side of the screen, I'll walk you through setting up KimiClaw, and on the other side of the screen, I'll set up Openclaw manually, and we can compare how long it takes. Ready? Okay, let's start. First, you want to go to kimi.com, and then you want to go to KimiClaw, and then you want to press create. This might take a second. Boom. That's pretty much it. This is going to load for a second. And, you know, I want to just quickly mention, this isn't just a chatbot in a browser. It's a 24/7 autonomous agent with a 1 million context window, the exact same as Opus 4.6, for literally just a fraction of the cost. Now, I'm going to speed up the edit so you can see how long it takes.
A few moments later.
And boom, we're in. That took exactly 2 minutes and 25 seconds. That was quick. Damn. I wonder how long the manual process took. All right, guys, after spending literally 20 minutes trying to set up my Openclaw on AWS's virtual servers, the virtual server literally just crashed on me, and I kind of just rage quit. So yeah. Now, it also comes with access to over 5,000 community skills from ClawHub, web browsing, data analysis, image generation, coding, Google Suite, everything, plus 40 gigabytes of cloud storage. So if you want something that can keep running in the background, hold context for longer, and feel more like an actual operator than a one-off assistant, that's really going to be the appeal here. To connect it to Telegram, all you got to do is message @botfather and send /new bot. Copy that into your KimiClaw chat, and boom. What I really like about this is your local files are never touched. Everything runs sandboxed in their cloud. If something goes wrong, your laptop is clean. For a lot of people, that will probably be the biggest advantage here. You're not giving an autonomous agent direct access to your actual machine with all the random personal stuff sitting on it, compared to self-hosting, where depending on how you configure it, the agent has access to your personal files, passwords, browser history. For advanced users, that extra control can be useful, but for a lot of people, this actually creates more risks than advantages. Now, obviously, self-hosting does have its perks. If you want full infrastructure control, local models, or a more complex multi-agent setup, self-hosting is still the better option. The other big thing you need to think about, though, is cost. Self-hosted Openclaws have unpredictable usage-based billing. Every message pulls in your workspace, memory, tools, and history. So even simple prompts can burn huge token counts. That means cost costs can stack fast. Last month, I spent over $1,000 in AI tokens, and if you're on a budget, KimiClaw starts from a flat rate of $39 a month using their Allegretto plan, which is very generous, by the way. That's like what, $1 a day? You've got business owners paying $4,500 to set up Openclaw right now. That's a 99% profit margin. I've actually used this exact plan on Openclaw, and I was able to do some pretty complex tasks without ever hitting the usage limit. And those are the main upsides I see here. Less setup friction, less risk to your local machine, and a way more predictable cost structure. Okay. So we got our KimiClaw set up. Let's go ahead and test out some use cases. So for the first use case, we're building a social media scraper. Now there are businesses, creators, and marketing teams that will pay $500 to $2,000 a month for social media research and trend analysis. So let me show you how to build that service with one single prompt using KimiClaw.
Wow.
So here's the prompt. Create a workflow triggered by Telegram message. The user types a keyword in Telegram bot, then use the TickHub API to help me find all posts on X Twitter regarding the keyword. For the first task, search for posts from the past 30 days. Keyword development, develop a comprehensive list of keywords, cluster and data analysis, hot topic analysis, and then it even comes out with the output and your analysis. And so make sure to get a TickHub API for this to work. And you can see it's already started building. So all I did was type Gemini 3.1 into the Telegram bot, and within minutes, it came back with a full breakdown. 52 tweets scraped, over 83,000 total engagements, and a ranked list of the top performing posts. It even packages everything up for you in a nice CSV with all the raw data and a summary report you can actually send to a client or just keep it for yourself. And when you open the spreadsheet, every single tweet is in here. The content, who posted it, likes, retweets, links, all of it, completely structured and ready to go. And these are real posts. You can click straight through to the original tweet and verify everything. All right, so one of the first workflows that I actually built with KimiClaw was an automatic email drafter. And this was super easy to set up. All you got to do is I just prompted it to search ClawHub for the GOG Google Space skill, which is just this one right here, GOG. You can see it was made by Peter Steinberg, creator of Openclaw, and it's available on ClawHub. And went ahead and installed it. I did notice it said brew install, and I'm pretty sure that KimiClaw doesn't run on like a Mac Mini. So I just kind of prompted it like, you're running on a VPS through KimiClaw, so look into installing it suitably for your setup and walk me through authentication. And it sent me this link and kind of just walked through the whole thing, gave it a token, and boom, just like that. Checks new emails every 5 minutes, refreshes the Google token, gives me a notification on Telegram, and I was even sending it a message here. You could see I sent this message and it said, "Hi Doobie, thanks for reaching out. I'd be happy to connect and hear what you have in mind. What would you like to discuss? I'm available for a quick chat whenever it works for you. Best regards, Max." Wow. So yeah, that is a really simple and very useful KimiClaw workflow that you can set up for yourself. So the second workflow that I set up is actually for SEO content. It's like exactly the same thing where you just type a keyword into KimiClaw and it goes out and scrapes recent articles on that topic. It pulls the titles, the authors, what kind of templates each post is using, word count, all of it, and drops everything into like a nice CSV with a writing guide and something that you can actually like just reference. But here's where it actually gets a bit crazy. I set up a second workflow where I type in a keyword and a content direction and it writes 20 full SEO optimized articles for me. We're talking almost 20,000 words total. Proper headings, meta descriptions, fact check, keyword density already dialed in. And it sends the whole thing back as one Word doc straight into my Telegram. 20 articles ready to publish. Throw them up on screen for you to check out. So I've tested Kimmy out now, and my honest take is that if you want maximum control and want to build super complex systems, then self-hosting is the way to go. But if you want something that is faster to launch, easier to maintain, and much safer for the average non-technical user, I think KimiClaw makes a lot of sense. Big thank you to Kimmy and the Moonshot team for sponsoring this video. Even if they didn't sponsor, I'd still recommend them like I have in the past. If you want to learn more about how you can make money using Openclaw, you can check out this video right here, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.